Hey everybody, welcome. So today we're going to be building a chatbot you can actually talk with using ChatGPT, specifically DaVinci 003 for the chatbot. It's from OpenAI. And then we're going to use Google Speech API for both speech to text and text to speech. So first things first, go ahead and go to my repo. Put a link in the comment section below. Then go here to code, copy the URL, and go ahead and clone the repo. If you don't have Git installed, go ahead and install Git. Then we'll git clone the repo, cd into it. Or if you like using an IDE, you can use your IDE. So go ahead and go over to VS Code, my preferred IDE, and open up the repo. So there's really little that you actually have to do to get this working. Let me bring up the README. So you do need an OpenAI API key, as well as a Google project with credentials and the Google Speech API enabled. So let's go ahead and get our API keys. OpenAI is pretty easy to get your API key. So yeah, just go to this link here, sign up, and it's pretty straightforward. The process of getting your Google key is a little more complicated. So let's go to the Google API console. So if this is your first time in the console, you won't have any projects. This is another project of mine. But go ahead and create a new project. You can call this whatever you want. And after the project is done creating, we're going to go ahead and enable the APIs that we need. And the two APIs we need are both from Google Speech. Let's see. Yeah, speech to text, as well as text to speech. So let's go ahead and enable both of these. All right. So on my other Google account, I have billing enabled. So we'll just skip over this part here. So enable cloud to speech to text, as well as text to speech. So after you've enabled both of those APIs, go ahead and go to your project dashboard. After going to the project dashboard, go to credentials, service accounts. So I've already created a service account. If you don't have one, you can go to manage service accounts, create a service account. After you've done that, you can select your service account and create a new key. Key type JSON and hit create. You'll then be able to download a JSON file containing your Google credentials to your computer. And we're going to then put that in really wherever you'd like, but I like creating a credentials folder in the project directory. That JSON file will go here, my credentials.json, for example. Then for the OpenAI key, we'll place that in the chatbot.py file. Now, if you're using Docker, you can set these as environment variables, or you just export them, set them as environment variables on your local computer. So now I'll go through the different modules of the project. Chatbot.py is the class that handles the communication with OpenAI's ChatGPT. It holds the message thread, the history of messages in a list using OpenAI's recommended system defining user roles for user for what we're sending, and in system for itself with your message under the content key. Then we have text to speech. This takes in the text response from ChatGPT, does text to speech with Google's API, and saves the audio file in a temp directory as response.wav. Transcribe.py. This transcribes your recording to text, which is then sent to ChatGPT. Main.py creates a GUI in Python Tinker, which will let you interact with the different services. Okay, so now I've went ahead and I've pasted in my credentials. I've set the environment variable, Google application credentials, to the path of the JSON credentials file in both transcribe.py and text-to-speech.py. And in chatbot.py, we've set our API key. So now we can go ahead and start the main module. So python-m source.main. For me, Python 3.9. This will start the Tinctor interface. So when you're ready to begin recording your message, hit the record button. When you've finished, hit stop. When you press send, it's going to be transcribed, sent to ChatGPT, and then the response from ChatGPT is going to be converted to speech and saved as an audio file. So let's go ahead and test this. Hey, this is Austin. How are you doing? So let's see, we're printing out.
As an AI language model, I don't have feelings, but I'm functioning well. How may I assist you?
I'm curious what the most difficult challenges facing humanity are. So ChatGPT, the API for OpenAI is pretty slow, actually. I think you'd have better results with Google Bard, although I'm just guessing.
There are many complex challenges that humanity faces today, but some of the most difficult ones are 1. Climate change. The warming of the planet due to human activities, conflicts and wars in different parts of the world are.
Let's do a different conversation. Hey ChatGPT, how are you doing today? If you had a human name, what would you like me to call you? So it looks like the Google API.
As an AI language model, I don't have emotions, but I'm always ready to assist you with any questions or tasks you might have. How can I help you today?
Yeah, so either I pressed the button a little too soon, or the Google speech to text API cut off the end of my my message. I'd like to know what you would like to be called if you were a human. What would be your ideal name?
Since I am an AI language model, I don't have a personal preference for a name. However, you can refer to me as OpenAI or just AI language model.
Okay, AI language model. What's the coldest place on the planet?
The coldest place on Earth is believed to be the East Antarctic Plateau, where in 2010, the temperature dropped to a record low of minus 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 89.2 Celsius. This was the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth.
Minus 128.6, minus 128.6, 2010. Over here, I'm seeing 2011. But okay, here's another source saying 1983 is the coldest temperature. Interesting. So I think I'm misinterpreting this. Yeah, so I think that's wrong. I don't think it occurred in 2010. I think that actually happened in 1983. Yeah, but in any case, there you have it. That's how to create a chatbot you can speak with using my open source repo. So go check it out.